Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week I try to bring you the who's and who from all across the country to chat right here on this show to give New Mexicans some cool things to do around New Mexico. On this week's episode, we find out about Amazon. They're increasing the ways they're getting shipping to you. And later, are you using the right toothbrush? I got an expert that gives us some insight on the best ways to brush. And the waste management company has some issues with the way you recycle. There's better ways. Okay, maybe not everything you could throw in the bin, but he's going to teach us about how to throw the right things into the bin so we don't get in trouble. And that's all coming up right here on New Mexico Rising. If you've been expecting an order from Amazon, well, you probably just made that purchase because, it takes almost no time for any purchase to get to you. But did you know so far this year, Amazon has delivered more than about 1.8 billion units to Amazon Prime members the same day or even the next day? And they've even increased their efforts to boost their delivery speeds. So today we have Udit Madan, Amazon's Vice President of Transportation, with an announcement that may make waiting for packages even easier. Welcome to the show, Udit. How are you, buddy?
Dan, thanks for having me here today.
All right, so what is Amazon announcing today?
Today we announced that Prime members in the second quarter across the top 60 US metros received over half of all their orders with free same or one-day delivery within their purchase.
So how did Amazon achieve its fastest delivery speeds ever?
So really there's a lot of hard work and magic that goes behind fast deliveries. And there's three things I'd highlight. The first is that we are making really dramatic shifts in our operations network by increasing delivery speeds and shipping from closer to customers. The second is that we're placing products closer to customers, and we're using AI to better predict what customers are going to want to buy and when they're going to want to buy it. And finally, we're investing in and expanding our same-day delivery network. And this is our new class of fulfillment centers, what I like to call our all-in-one sites, where we can fulfill, sort, and deliver all from one location. And that makes the whole experience of getting customers what they need just that much faster.
So why do you feel that this is important for customers?
Fast speeds are great for customers, but fast speeds on almost anything that you can imagine, whether that's a power drill for your next project or a sun hat to beat the heat, or maybe even your next prescription. That's really what distinguishes Amazon and what makes the Prime program so great for customers.
Does it cost Amazon more money to deliver this quickly?
You know, what's really interesting is that we're actually delivering faster speeds primarily by shipping from closer to customers. And that really means that packages are traveling lesser miles, they're experiencing less handoffs. And so our fastest delivery speeds are now our most economical delivery speeds. That allows us to offer fast speeds while actually reducing our cost to serve for customers so we can provide them more selection at better prices.
So what about for the employees? Do these faster delivery speeds affect them?
Because really what's changing is that packages are traveling fewer miles. The picker, packer, or the person driving to house to deliver the package, they're doing the exact same thing as what they were doing when these orders were taking 2 or 3 days. And so really nothing's changed for them. And that allows us to offer fast speeds, broaden our selection, while also improving the safety for our associates and partners.
Well, thank you, Uda, for joining me this morning. Where can people go for more information about all this?
Customers can go to amazon.com/prime to learn about the many benefits the Prime program has to offer, including free, same, and one-day delivery.
Well, thank you, Uda, for joining me this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
August is designated as National Family Fun Month. The purpose is to provide a timely reminder to plan some fun before fall and, the busy school year. So joining us today is Don Yanek, Senior Editor at Reader's Digest and founder of the parenting site, momsanity.com. Welcome to the show, Don. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
All right, so why do you think we need a Family Fun Month?
Life can get so busy, and we often forget to carve out time for fun. There is nothing like a family vacation, and my pick is the Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun. Surrounded by lush jungle and sparkling waters, the Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun is a tropical, all-inclusive paradise for all ages that takes you from the serene Zen spa to the winding water park, with several surprises along the way. There are tons of restaurants, 9 pools, and your kids will never want to leave that water park. But if you do manage to drag them away, they should check out the Kids Club while you indulge in some relaxing hydrotherapy treatments.
So what about a family experience that kind of combines the fun and a little more fitness?
I love the idea of getting everyone outside and away from their screens by taking a family bike ride. And Huffy has exactly what you need for some classic summer fun. With bikes, scooters, and more available in almost every size and style, Huffy truly has a product to help every family member live the ride so you can spend more quality time together. Older kids ages 14 and up will love the Huffy Crater mini bike. It has a push-button start and an easy acceleration up to 19 miles an hour, so your little riders can get riding really fast.
So what do you recommend for a fun family activity?
Be a kid with your kid at Sky Zone. With more than 200 locations in the U.S. and Canada and unforgettable attractions made for everyone, Sky Zone is the leading active play destination, providing a literal bounce-off-the-walls fun for both kids and kids at heart. My 11-year-old and 8-year-old absolutely love this place with ultimate dodgeball, ninja warrior courses, zip lines, and more. And the moms in the Mom Sanity community rely on it for hot days, rainy days, and birthday parties. And trust me, you will be laughing more and smiling more than you have in ages.
Do you have any other ways to create fun and memorable moments?
You know, I made a big list with my kids, and so far we've fed bunnies at a petting zoo, we've gone to a concert, we've gone to a Broadway show, and we're also planning to go to a hot air balloon festival and go to a bunch of the weekend getaways that we've suggested at Reader's Digest. I have to tell you, we are having an absolute blast, but the best part is really just spending time with my kids and hearing what they have to say about life, singing in the car, and it's just been so much fun and really a true gift.
All right, Dawn. Well, thank you very much for that. Where can we go for more information on any of this?
Well, for more on everything we talked about today, you can check out tipsontv.com. And for more from Reader's Digest, check out rd.com.
Well, thank you very much for joining me, Dawn.
Thank you.
You try to be conscientious. You know, you recycle, but are you doing it right? And are you doing it safely? Cardboard, bottles, and cans are really highly sought after recycling materials. Still, a lot of us may be guilty of wish cycling. New technologies are helping to give tons of materials second life, but it all starts with what you put in your recycling bin. Today, we have Brent Bell, WM's Vice President of Recycling, who's joining us to let us know what you need to know before throwing items in your recycle bin and what you could do to make sure more materials that you have are reused. Welcome to the show, Brent. How are you?
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right, so what is wish cycling, and what do consumers need to know about what it is and what is not recyclable?
Yeah, so wish cycling is a term used to describe folks that have the best intentions and they wish the items they throw in the recycling bin actually get recycled. It's really important to know the rules around recycling on what items can and cannot belong in your curbside recycling bin.
So what are some of the items that you've seen people try to recycle that you just don't belong or just is like dangerous?
Yeah, some of the items that are really dangerous: lithium-ion batteries. We get a lot of those. Propane tanks. These can actually cause explosions or fires within the trucks that collect that material or the recycling facilities. We also get a lot of what we call tanglers: ropes, extension cords, garden hoses. Those all wrap around the recycling equipment and can actually impact how good materials get recycled properly. And then one last thing we get a lot of is sporting equipment. So whether it's basketballs, soccer balls, we get a lot of bowling balls. We get 5,000 bowling balls every year at our recycling facilities. This sporting equipment, no matter how good a shape it's in, doesn't belong in your recycling bin.
Is there anything special we need to do with our recyclables before placing them in the bin?
One is all your recyclables should be clean, loose, and dry, meaning you don't need to bag your recyclable material. The second one, make sure all the liquids are emptied out of your bottles or cans, but you can actually put the cap back on. Those can be recyclable. Pizza boxes is another example. We get a lot of questions. These are made out of cardboard. Pizza boxes are great. Just empty out that last slice of pepperoni or cheese pizza, and then throw that box in the bin. Finally, all the boxes you get on your curbside, your house, make sure that those are folded down. You break down the cardboard boxes. That way you can fit more materials in your recycling bin.
So how is your company making it a little easier for people to recycle?
Yeah, so at WM, we're investing over $1 billion in recycling infrastructure in new and existing markets. With this investment, we're going to allow consumers to recycle more than they've ever recycled before and increase their recycling rates within their communities. One thing at WM, we believe in keeping recycling simple. Paper, cardboard, bottles, and cans, those can be recycled every day in every community.
So when we talk about a second life, what items can be made with recyclable materials?
Yeah, so a lot of the common items you put in your recycling bin, like aluminum can, this is going to turn back into aluminum can within 60 days back on the store shelves. Plastic bottles, while they can turn back into plastic bottles, we also have companies here in the U.S. They can take this plastic bottle and turn it into yarn, which can be made into new shoes, socks, the shirt I'm wearing. And as a matter of fact, and interesting, is most frontline WM employee uniforms, they're all made out of plastic bottles.
All right, Brent, where can we go for more information on any of this?
Yeah, so more information, go to WM.com and look at the Recycling Right links for additional information.
Well, thanks for joining me, my friend.
Thank you.
Coming up a little later on New Mexico Rising, we got a special guest that's going to interview a special guest, and it's this guy. Wait, where's he at? He's peeking in. There he is. There he is. He's getting... Who is this guy, and why is he going to interview celebrities? We'll find out right here on New Mexico Rising. When looking and feeling our best, one of the most important things to keep in tip-top shape is our smile. But what should we be doing to promote good oral health? Well, many of us rely on the sampled toothbrushes that we receive at we say 6-month checkups, but we know that's not true. But not all toothbrushes are made the same. Using a manual brush is better than nothing, but many oral health professionals overwhelmingly encourage patients to switch to an electric toothbrush, especially if you're skipping visits. Brushes help patients get their mouth as cleaner. Brushes help get their mouths a little cleaner, while studies showing that electric toothbrushes remove more plaque bacteria than just the little manual brush. And today we have Dr. Chris Strandburg to give us a little insight in choosing the right brush and keeping our little pearly whites healthy. Welcome to the show, Dr. Strandburg. How are you, bud?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right. So what are your top tips to achieving like a healthy smile at home?
Yeah, so my 2 top tips. Number 1, minimize snacking on starchy and acidic foods and drinks, because these promote acid buildup on our teeth, which can actually dissolve tooth surfaces. And the more you snack, the higher your risk of cavities. And secondly, we hear brush twice a day, floss once a day. I highly recommend adding an electric toothbrush and also adding in a water flosser, because this is going to give you a more thorough level of a full mouth clean that'll elevate your oral health.
All right, can you talk about the benefits of using like an electric toothbrush over the manual version?
And whether you use an electric toothbrush or a manual, it's ultimately a personal decision, but electric toothbrushes are more effective at removing plaque bacteria. So this is going to help you minimize gum disease like gingivitis. This is going to help you minimize bad breath and reduce your risk of cavities. And the reason is because it basically does the work for you. I mean, it brushes and cleans for you. So all you have to do is guide that toothbrush along your tooth surfaces, and it will give you a consistently higher level of clean with less effort. And I often recommend that my patients switch to an electric toothbrush. And when I see them at their next checkup, I can tell a difference. And then they make a comment like, oh man, it's so much easier, like my teeth feel much cleaner now that I'm using the electric. And there are a lot of different electric toothbrushes out there, so you can pick the one that works well for you.
All right. Is there one electric toothbrush that you recommend over others? Because I needed a brand new toothbrush. I accidentally left my charger for my electric toothbrush over at my ex's house. I'm not in the mood to go back for it. So what do you recommend to get me on the right path?
Yeah, absolutely. So my new favorite electric toothbrush was just launched by Waterpik. It's called the Waterpik Sensonic electric toothbrush, and it's a fantastic toothbrush. It's been accepted by the American Dental Association for safety and effectiveness, and I can just see and feel a deeper level of clean. So it's awesome. And the way that it achieves that is it uses sonic technology, and it has a special bristle pattern that hugs the natural contour of teeth for more effective plaque removal. And that plaque removal means reducing your risk of gingivitis, improving bad breath, and reducing your risk of cavities. In fact, they've done a clinical study, and it showed that Sensonic removed up to 4 times more plaque bacteria from hard-to-reach areas versus a manual toothbrush. So that gives you a huge advantage.
So what about whiter teeth? How do I get like my pearly whiters to become whiters?
Absolutely. You know, a lot of my patients ask about getting a brighter smile. It's absolutely essential that you focus on prevention. So number 1, minimize stain-causing foods and drinks. So what are these? Well, it's a lot of our favorite things like coffee, tea, red wine, berries even. And you know, it's not that you need to eliminate them entirely, but you do want to minimize contact time with your teeth. So for example, I drink coffee every morning, but I don't sip it over long periods of time because that would then lead to the stain-causing elements soaking into my teeth. The other thing is you need an oral care routine that regularly removes the stain. So in addition to brushing and flossing, I recommend adding in a water flosser because this is going to wash away those stain-causing elements. It's going to wash away the yellow plaque, and it gets in between teeth and underneath the gum line. So in addition to keeping your smile brighter, it also will help you keep your smile healthier.
Oh, well, Dr. Strandburg, thanks for joining us this morning. Where can we go for more information on any of this?
Yeah, so the new Sensonic electric toothbrush by Waterpik, you can get it on Amazon.com or you can check out waterpik.com for more info.
Well, thanks for joining me this morning, bud.
Absolutely. Good to be there.
You know, August is National Wellness Month because it's a busy time when people need a reminder to continue those healthy habits. So joining us today to share wellness inspiration is Dr. Yael Varnado, the TV host affectionately called Dr. V and the founder of Get Checked for Life. Welcome to the show, Dr. V.
Good morning, Dan. Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so what is a top tip that we can start off for this whole wellness month?
Great question. I mean, I know that you're exercising, you're out there, you're, getting it in, like just enjoying the summer, but it's important to keep hydrating, right? And so you're eating healthy, make sure you're hydrating, whether it's, the littles to our friends and family who are older, even our furry friends. We've just got to make sure that we have something to keep everybody healthy and hydrated this summer.
So how important is finding time to relax to achieve wellness goals? Because I'm down with relaxation if that's going to make me feel better or healthier.
It does. That's the one thing that I think all of us forget. We talk about wellness, but in order to do it, you actually have to take a moment, right? Take a breath, take a moment, zen, slow down. And so relaxation is really key, but it can be a real challenge because whether you're traveling, with family, for business, it's hard to do. And so that's why I'm a fan of Wingate by Wyndham because they have everything you need to create a relaxed environment. So they're going to keep you connected, keep you productive while you're traveling. And they offer hundreds of locations. They have oversized guest rooms, which is great if you're with a large group. They have workspaces, flexible meeting spaces if you need them, and they have free Wi-Fi, free breakfast, which my family loves. And with their rewards program right now, you can even earn up to 2 free nights. And so check them out on wingatehotels.com.
Yeah, relaxation works. It's like just go on vacation. You need time for yourself. Some me time. That sounds good. And staying there would help. All right. What about staying healthy that might surprise some people?
I don't think people quite, realize how important your oral hygiene is, your oral care, to like your overall health. And so I tell my patients, they're hearing it from me all the time, floss, floss, floss. Every day you have to floss. And so I recommend the Gum Professional Clean Flosser Picks in my practice. They have extra strong floss and it's engineered not to shred, break, or sag. Now, these products are recommended by dental professionals and they're a great addition to your oral care routine because they reach where your toothbrush just can't. You really need them. And they're great for on the go. They have a travel pack. The Gum Soft Picks Advance are wonderful because they have soft rubber bristles that are good for like an everyday gentle care. And the Gum Interdental brushes I love because they're good for those hard to reach areas. So they can go with you on the go with your water bottle.
What about a hygiene tip for us men to keep us less stinky? Dan,
I got something for you. Now, I know you don't stink, but I think you're going to love the fact that Dove Plus Men's Care loves you, and they believe that you shouldn't have to sacrifice your underarm health to smell great through the day. So they have a new range of aluminum-free deodorants, and they're fragranced. I love, love, love that, because now you can get that long-lasting, unforgettable fragrance, but it gives you 72-hour odor protection. I mean, you can't beat that. That's night and day, night and day, night and day, right? And it's also non-irritating, and you don't have to compromise your underarm care. So this is like the way to go. My husband loves the Midnight Classico, and you can buy them for under $7. You just can't beat that.
So what does the doctor recommend for like exercising this time of year? Because it's the middle of summer. We all got our big exercise jump in January, February, then we stopped going to the gym. How do we get back into the habit, my friend?
Well, the most important thing is if you're going to exercise and keep exercising, you need to think about your recovery, right? And so we can't forget how important a healthy recovery is. And so I recommend the Boron Arnicare Gel because it gives you that essential part of a pain-free active lifestyle so you can keep staying on the go. So it's a better pain relief choice because if you're experiencing like those everyday muscle aches and pains, you can use this. Swelling from injuries, even discoloration from bruises, it's really outstanding. And it's all natural. So it has an active ingredient called Arnica montana. It's a plant that's been used for centuries to relieve pain. It's unscented, and it quickly absorbs into your skin, so it's not going to stain your clothing. And you can buy it everywhere from Whole Foods to Walmart.
Where can we go for more information, Dr. V?
Check out Tips on TV for more information about these wellness tips.
Well, thank you very much. You are a hero to help us out for our health this summer, I guess, yeah.
My pleasure, Dan. Take care.
Have you ever seen an alien? I have. I've watched them walk into stores and say funny things. What possibly could I be talking about? Strange planet. Of course we live on a strange planet, but not Nathan W Pyle's planet. Coming up soon is, well, you know what? Let me tell you this. I'm so excited about it. Nathan's in studio right now. Let him tell you about what's coming up with this strange planet. Hi,
That's
Nathan.
Right. Hello, how are you doing, Christian?
Oh, I'm wonderful. So good to see you.
Good to see you.
So what you got going on with this strange planet? I know that this is a cartoon that originated, years ago. We've seen it on Reddit. It was on Community, then memes everywhere. People seen them. They're the little alien guys. Well,
yes,
you're
right.
responsible for that. And tell us, what's this new exciting project that you got going on with Strange Planet?
Well, we started Strange Planet. My wife and I started drawing these little comics 2019. She and I were cleaning up and tidying up for a party and realized how strange it is to hide all your possessions before your friends come over. Just like we've done in this room. Is very nice looking here. We really have these traditions as humans, and seeing little beings, little extraterrestrial beings, do the same kind of rituals, kind of habits, was a really fun exercise for a comic. And I did it 365 days. I did one a day for a whole year, and that's how it really took off in that first year. So that when we started to make it into a television show, what was neat was we were able to speak more to the lore of these beings. How are they different than us? How are they similar to us? One of the biggest differences is their emotional honesty is a big part of who they are. So they're able to speak honestly about their emotions, say, I cried in the shower this morning. That's just part of life, that we're sad sometimes. And that was really fun. It was to create a world that you would want to visit. Slightly warmer, slightly more sincere than Earth. It is a different planet, but you'll see a lot of familiar activities and habits there.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I noticed when I've been watching it is these characters are, they're interacting as if they're humans, going through all the different human emotions throughout the day and whatnot, and then saying things that even I wouldn't say. And I think that that's kind of what is a great draw to this, is because we're getting to see the inner workings of these aliens in their normal day-to-day life. And now you're putting it out here on Apple TV Plus as an animated show for us all to see. That's what's really super exciting.
We're so excited for people to see this. Dan Harmon and I are the co-creators of this show. When we were talking about making this world, we wanted it to be robust and beautiful background art. We have such a unique team of animators and background artists who made something that's, I think, really easy to imagine stepping into. And it's a really warm place. It's a place that ultimately you can imagine kind of understanding a little bit of what's happening, but there's a lot of mystery still. And I think that reflects our own existence quite well. We have an absurd existence, and yet there's meaning behind every interaction we have. Even if this is our only interaction, Christian, this is a meaningful one that we'll remember.
Wow. You know, that spirit that's in your soul, it comes out in your writing and in through these people. And then even sitting here speaking to you, I mean, I can just feel you hitting me right here. And I think that's what the show is going to do with people, is they're going to connect to those little aliens that they saw drawn out before. But that raises the question, what do they sound like? I mean, I've always kind of had my own voices in my head. How close did these voice actors get to what you had in your head?
Well, you know what? When we originally announced some of the names, Danny Pudi was one that came up for a lot of people. They said, "Oh, Danny's voice. I can imagine that was very natural." And we have so many other distinct voices that I think people will start to understand that we are visitors to their planet. So they don't have the typical 50s sci-fi alien voice that a lot of people might expect. They have unique expressions. You have emotional range. So Lori Tan Chen, Hannah Einbinder, a lot of the amazing talent, Tunde Adebempe, Demi Adejowibe, all these voices blend together and they create a whole range of beings that might be from different parts of Strange Planet. And that's what makes this really fun. And you can imagine if you go to another planet someday, they probably have regions and continents just like we do. And they might have accents. They might come from different areas. And that's a really fun part of life, to imagine what it might be, what might exist out there that we have yet to discover.
I can't wait till everybody discovers Strange Planet on Apple TV. This program it's already airing now. People are already loving it. How's the response been?
The response is great. I think August 9th, when a lot more people get to see it, will be really exciting. But the response so far is wonderful, because I think there are so many mysteries that have yet to be discovered on Strange Planet. But getting a sense of what the beings are like and which being or which character you might relate to the most, that's what we're really excited to see.
Oh, I'm excited too. Nathan W Pyle, creator of Strange Planet. Thanks for coming on to New Mexico Rising this morning. That was very exciting for me, and it's so good to see you.
It was great to see you, Christian. I enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Strange Planet, my friends, on Apple TV+.
That's right.
And that is it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank you guys for being part of the show. If you want to be part of the show, all you got to do is email me. That's newmexicorising@gmail.com. Tell me about your band, your business, or anything else that you want to talk about and share with other New Mexicans. Or follow us on social media. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We're starting to be a little more active on there, and we're going to do some giveaways and all that other good stuff there. So join us on our social media. Be part of the show, New Mexico Rising, each and every week. And stay tuned for the news right here on KRQE Channel 13 all after this. Thank you for being part of the show. Until next week, that was New Mexico Rising.